こんにちは、エイミです。今日はスペシャルゲストがいます。はい、ゲイブとジスです。イエーイ。
こんにちは、よしです。
私がやったちょっとダンス動画作品を一緒に見てもらって、ちょっといろんな話をしたいなと思ってつけています。イエイ。
Yay! For our English viewers, we're in Japan. We're just gonna be talking about dance, about our lives recently, and about Amy's new dance film that just came out. So if you're friends, maybe this will be interesting for you. If you're not, maybe you'll become our friends soon after. Amy, you are a dancer. Are there other things that you do, other things you're interested in?
I'm interested in mental health because I struggle a lot. So through dance, I wanna heal myself, and I wanna know how to keep going, but not to keep the struggle in here. Like how to
express and let it out.
let it out.
Yeah.
それをやりたい。
だね。いいね。
いいね。
Okay. So that's Amy Kubota. We're all dancers here, just having a talk. Amy, where did you grow up?
In Ibaraki, Japan.
Ibaraki. Okay. Can you tell us what it was like growing up in Ibaraki Ken? Like, what was dance for you?
It kind of feels stuck.
Okay.
Cause
最初から?
I wasn't the best dancer in our studio. I always felt like I'm not enough, so I kind of avoiding actual competing or battling.
Right.
Yeah, I didn't have much.
Like self-confidence, self-esteem in dance. Okay. Were you always a little bit unsure, confidence-wise? Like 사람으로서, as a person outside of dance.
Outside
was
of
it similar?
No. I thought I'm something from the beginning, and I thought I'm grown up.
The mature one, like special.
でダンスは너무 소중하니까なんか避けちゃう。なんかavoiding.
Okay.
It's like a love.
Yeah.
너무 좋아하면 뭔가 피하게.
Right.
나도 근데 그런 생각 들었어. 뭔가 누구를 좋아할 때 이 사람이 나를 좋아하는지 모르니까 you look for signs. Like 나도 이 사람도 나 좋아하나? 근데 포기하게 될 때 이 사람이 뭔가 사인을 주면 이 사람도 나 좋아하나 하고 다시 체이스하고 근데 아닌가 보다 하고 다시 약간 멀어지고 근데 그 사인이 약간 뭐 나는 약간 생각지도 못했는데 누가 나를 막 칭찬해주거나 어떤 기회를 잡았을 때 뭔가 나한테 다시 약간 손 내밀어주는 그런 느낌? 그래서 포기를 못하는 것 같아. 약간 누구 좋아할 때 하는 것처럼 그런 느낌이야.
그게 이번에 댄스 프로젝트 양 사이드? 양 그게 그런 느낌이었어.
그래?
그리고 뭔가 나는 이거는 약간 에이미가 생각한 건지 모르겠는데 나는 약간 처음에 이제 시작할 때는 약간 뭐 이렇게 포인트가 있잖아. 지금은 시작하는 단계, 지금은 뭔가 잘한다, 지금 못한다 이러면 나는 이거 약간 라인으로 봤거든. 내가 여기까지 가면 여기는 다시 안 와도 되겠지. 그냥 여기까지 가고 이렇게 봤는데 뭔가 이거였어. 서클이었던 것 같아. 뭔가 여기 가도 다시 여기 오고 다시 여기 오고 그냥 계속 여기 도는 거였는데 그래서 난 저거 보면서 약간 두 개가 이렇게 로테이션처럼 계속 돌잖아.
맞아.
내가 어느 순간 뭔가 잘한다? 라고 생각하는 나 이제 괜찮네? 라는 포인트에 가도 다시 돌아와서 처음부터 다시 시작하는 느낌? 이런 느낌인 것 같아 계속. 그래서 그런 것도 있었어. 맞아?
That's a really natural way to transition into what we think about the dance film because we just watched it, but yeah, we didn't get a proper breakdown on what the film was about or like why you call it yin and yang, what the story is. So our reaction right now was raw after watching Amy's dance film. Yeah.
How did you feel?
I think so. Before I watched it, I met up with Amy because JISOO was busy working. and then we talked a little bit about like how we feel about dance and life, because I feel like for both of us we've had like some seasons changing. Our intention and priorities within dance and life have been changing. And then at the time I think we talked about watching the scene both in New Zealand and Japan, which 솔직히 말하면은 unexpectedly 비슷한 점 많이 있었어. Between New Zealand, Japan, and Korea. They're very different, of course, but like everyone kind of goes through the same struggles. Because we had that conversation, when I listened and watched the film, I had that in my mind, what you were struggling with. So I think young for me, I know you called it in the title, it was like intensity and transformation. And when I'm watching it, like from the expressions of people on their faces, 표정부터, like it's quite, it has that intensity, right? Like we're here, we're dancing, we're performing to this music. And it felt like, it felt like a dance video. 그거 있었어. There were more things that I felt, but when we switched to watching Yin, the other dance video, right from the start, you're already smiling. And then I think the title for that one was Inside. So what I understood that was like, at least for Yin, this is, you're dancing for yourself. Just because, yeah. So, and I think that's what I really want to do these days. We talked about it. 그치? Like, I love performing. I love being on a stage. I love the lights, costume. But it does get really hard not to get in our own heads. And to, like, it's so weird that I started dance because I wanted to be free. I wanted to, when I listen to music, express the music exactly how I want, the way I want. But the more that I've danced, I think so much, even though I have all the moves to allow me to express many things, I can't. Like what I'm really thinking and what I'm really feeling, it's so hard to turn that into reality because I have so many words. I have too many ways to express. So I really liked that. Just dancing because it's fun and because we want to. Yeah. 근데 I think it's hard because like right now, social media is about grabbing attention.
Yeah, right.
I want the video to get lots of views because I want people to hear this perspective and to have this real talk. But because of the nature of the Yin film, it's just about self-expression, right? And feeling good. Sometimes us feeling good doesn't attract other people.
そうなの. It shows on the like views.
Yeah, yeah.
It's really clear. When we do like Yan, we show our skin and we look at the camera and we have this
the symbol, right?
Symbols,
yeah.
and all this like fake thing I put it in will attract people who like something like look like artists and like it's like performing, you know. So I think that will get more attention than others. And he is like watching camping camping fire video, or like raining videos.
Yeah, okay. Ambience, like it's in the background. Right. Okay.
Is that your intention? Is that what you want them to do?
That's why I started with the waterfall.
Yeah.
Or like a little river.
Okay.
So we can like prepare mind.
Relax, like sit back, meditate, like passively watch.
Instead of like, oh, she's gonna be there. This video, more like,
난 처음 들었어. That's the first time I've heard of someone trying to make content passive. Because everyone wants like fucking like sound and graphics and effects to bring you into it. So this is the first time I've heard someone say they actually want someone to not be engaged and passively sink into it. Like meditation. 나간지. 이나. Why? 난데?
member dancers. I like them.
Yeah.
But not their like character, personality is not something like I'm dancer. Look at me, watch me. They're more like I like dancing. I'm just dancing. I keep dancing kind of energy.
Okay,
so
okay.
they are dancing for themselves. It will give me healing.
Yeah.
Just watching them having fun. they just living their life is perfect. It's like completed arts.
I get it. I actually didn't think too much about who were selected and what the differences of the dances are, but then now that you explain it, I get it. Because I think generally when we see dances, we are expecting something.
Right.
And that's usually the same thing. But also the reason why we are drawn into the world of dance is because we know that there's so many like feelings that we can feel from watching dancers. And I like the fact that you specifically chose those people to showcase that there's this side of dance that you can feel. Like, 그거는 너무 좋아. 그거는 생각 안 해본 것 같아, 많이.
아, 그래?
많이 생각 안 해본 사이드인 것 같아.
근데 I'm hoping like that kind of perspective will spread more. So 작은 거 하나에도 뭔가 appreciate.
Yeah, okay.
Because like dancers need that. As a dancer, I felt like I need to win battle to get appreciated. Or like I need to do something. I need to create some catchy and like cool choreo for the class.
Yeah.
Or like so you pressure.
Or like I have to do like a move that people will be into when I'm at the cipher or the session.
Right.
I have to impress people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Otherwise, like dance itself isn't worth to watch.
Yeah.
Or like worth anything.
Oh, that's crazy.
Just jamming with friends is like special moments.
Oh. Yeah, that's so true.
특별한 move 안 해도 그냥 이렇게 하는 것만으로도
맞아, 맞아.
it's really wholesome.
Yeah.
And I want to do that with friends. I want to spread that. So I wanted to create like a showcase how beautiful it is.
Oh, that's nice. When you create something that's so different like this, people need to know what it's about in order to appreciate it. Because it's so hard to appreciate art. I feel like for me, I'm always criticizing art. 진짜로. Like my art, other people's art, and after a while, it gets really depressing. Because I can't watch dance and enjoy it anymore. I can't. Yeah, right. Like I love all my friends and I love like my crew and I love dancing with everyone. But after a while, I don't know why I start judging. Like
We did it a lot.
Yeah,
We did a lot of talking.
I start judging and criticizing like people. I'm like, I do it without realizing like, yo, this is so whack. Like, why can't I just, like you said, dance already is special. Because no matter what it is, it's someone expressing themselves. But I think we have a friend called Ayana, and she has a really cool series called My Special Normal Life. Or normal. I think it's the same thing. 그치? 너무 좋아.
요즘에 근데 느끼는 건데 그 한국에 진아라는 친구가 있나? 아나? 있는데 그 친구가 진짜 춤을 잘 추거든. 내가 진짜 좋아하는 댄서인데 최근에 그 2년 동안 춤을 안 췄어.
아, 그래.
왜냐면은 약간 할 일이 있어가지고. 근데 the way she talk about it, she's not like 막 she doesn't feel rushed. She accepts it. 그냥 엄청 차분하게.
맞아.
근데 지금은 약간 안 했고 이렇게 되게 she knows where she's at. 근데 그거는 진짜 어려운 일인 것 같아. 그리고 우리가 좋아하는 그 댄서들, the dancers that we look up to, especially like the old people who keep dancing. 나는 진짜 리스펙트하는 게 잘 추는 것보다 오래 추는 게 난 어렵다고 생각하는데 오래 추잖아. 근데 항상 난 궁금한 게 근데 돈을 어떻게 벌지?
맞아.
티칭만 하시나? 이게 궁금한데 아무도 안 알려줘. 아무도 우리한테 말을 안 해줘. 근데 우리는 그냥 가는 거야. 그냥 어떻게든 되겠지 하고 가는 건데 약간 이 나이가 조금 되니까 좀 따로 하고 싶은 마음이 있어. 그러니까 춤은 진짜 내가 좋아서 하는 거고 뭔가 다른 좀 나한테 스테이블하게 할 수 있는 그런 걸 만들었으면 좋겠다. 근데 그거를 accept 하는 게 난 너무 중요한 것 같아. 어쩔 때는 그냥 나는 춤만 출 거야 이런 생각도 했는데 지금은 그게 아닌데 뭔가 그런 balance, like work and dance, like things I have to do and things I want to do. The balance is like super important in this phase of my life, and that's what I also thought about as well. It's like something that we need to talk about as dancers, like especially the old ones. We need to be honest.
Yeah.
That dance is not everything in
맞아요.
life. 근데 그런 식으로 말을 하는 게 더 커먼한 것 같아. 그래서 좀 그래서 그런 생각도 많이 들었어. It's like very personal, but
That's a really hard conversation for dancers. Because that's what we think is dance is my life, dance is my friends, dance is my work, dance is my passion, it's everything that I do. Our hobby, and that makes us different from others maybe, is that hobby encompasses everything. It becomes our whole environment. That's what we put ourselves into. And there's no regrets about it. But it's not always true that dance can provide us with like financial stability. It's not always true. And it doesn't have to be. That's okay. We need to be okay with it. Right? Like there are other ways to make money, and I watch like some friends these days and I really respect them because they have like a stable job, they can enjoy dance more. They're not worried about making rent, putting food on the table. They have two things, and you can have two things. It's awesome that people can do just the one, can do just dance. I love that. I don't want that ever to disappear. Maybe hopefully there will be more of it, ideally. But I think we should also be okay with the idea that sometimes we have to do both. Or maybe many things, right? Like I think you told me before, in Japan and Korea, if you're not a full-time dancer where all your income comes from dance, like either those people don't regard themselves or other people don't regard them as an actual dancer. And that's really difficult for most of us as a goal to achieve.
なんか日本と韓国ではプロフェッショナルとホビーは全然違うと思う。 근데 뉴질랜드는 똑같잖아.
Yeah.
뭐가 에이미는 어떤 게 맞는 것 같은지?
뉴질랜드처럼 할 수 있으면 좋겠다. 그럴 수 있으면 좋겠다. 부터 in the future, from now, what do you want to do through dance or like in your life?
나 꿈은 솔직히 여러 개 있어. Maybe too many.
옥토퍼스.
That's right. I have octopus 꿈. It changes sometimes. But I think my 꿈 really is like to be happy so I can make others happy. But the hard part about that is finding a way to do that that I am satisfied with. So with dance, originally I wanted to dance to be able to express and have people connect with me and then, you know, bring happiness that way. But I think these days, because that's honestly really difficult and maybe not realistic anymore because my physical body is kind of going through some stuff. I want to pick up skills like through psychology or something else, have a business and then like help people. Right now it's through mental health is how I think I can probably do the most and create the most benefit. And I think if I can provide that for people, I can be happy also, or happier. 나 간지. So I want to do that. I want to make people happy, and then also 가족군에. Yeah, I want to have a happy family.
지수와?
지수와なんか何でもいいです。でもプロフェッショナル。プロフェッショナル。Like irreplaceable. Like not that I have to find, but people find me.
오.
그런 사람 되고 싶어.
약간 멋있는데?
지금은 그렇지 않아. 지금은 내가 찾아야 되지만 언젠간 people find me, and I want those people to be creatives. like creative people because I'm creative. 근데 나는 내가 creative 한 것도 좋은데 creative랑 같이 일하는 게 좋아. 그래서 creative 사람들이 나 이거 필요한데 나 이거 like present 하고 싶은데 어떤 place 없어. 그러면 내가 약간 해줄 수 있는 그런 사람이 나는 되고 싶어. Yes.
That's cool.
그리고 like, 나는 일하는 거 좋아하는 것 같아. 이번에 일본에 와서 뉴질랜드에서 막 댄스 티칭? 애들 티칭 하니까 완전 프리일 때는 완전 프리 하고 바쁠 때는 완전 바빠서 좀 약간 왔다 갔다 했는데 여기서 하루 종일 일하니까 힘든데 재밌어.
네.
약간 난 잘 맞는 것 같아. 그래서 진짜 그리고 그래서 좀 열심히 해서 다른 사람들이 못하는 거 하고 싶어.
할 것 같아.
Yes.
For me, I just want to keep dancing. Oh, I know I have to like give something to get money or like to exchange something, but also I just want to do my thing, and if people give money or like love.
Is it kind of like instead of looking for money with your dance, you would like to be able to dance and then people look to you and they decide, oh, I love what she's doing, I want to offer this because I think it's valuable. Instead of you looking for it, they're looking for you. 네? 그래서
비슷하죠.
It's a small difference, 네. Small difference, but it's cool.
だけど、でもやりたいことは一緒だよね。
댄싱 왜 그렇게 좋아해?
댄싱밖에 못해.
댄싱밖에.
なんかさ、どうやって終わったらいいかわかんないね。
힘들어.
어떻게 끝나면 돼?
Well, okay. So, I think now is a good time. You just had like a really, not a simple conversation. I think that was a pretty deep conversation. So, even if our words, even if not every word connected, maybe because not every word connected, there are so many things that we can reflect on in our own time. With different lessons depending on our stage of life or in our journey. So even for the people watching, you probably have different reflections from all of us, just like we all do. So I think this is a good time not to push the conversation, but to just like sit back and then let that process in the background and reflect on what we just talked about. There's a lot to think about. That was really nice though. 가사? 오늘은 여기까지
はい。
終わりました。ありがとうございます。
日本語も